A luxury car leaves the factory as perfection, every detail measured, every surface approved, every sound engineered. For most people, that would be the end of the story. But for a very small group of individuals, that's only the beginning. Because in their world, owning the same car as someone else, even if it costs hundreds of thousands, is still not rare enough. This is the world of one-of-one vehicles. Cars rebuilt not to impress crowds, but to satisfy a single person's idea of perfection. Brands like Bentley, Rolls-Royce, Mercedes-AMG, and Lamborghini already sit at the top of the automotive world. They offer bespoke paint, custom interiors, endless configuration options, but there's a limit. No matter how exclusive the catalog is, somebody else can still order the same thing. For billionaires, that's unacceptable, not because of ego, but because luxury, at this level, is about identity. They don't want a model. They want a statement that cannot be repeated. A one-of-one car is not a trim level. It's not an option package. And it's not customization as most people understand it. It means unique materials never used again, colors mixed once, then destroyed, interiors designed around a single owner's habits, engineering choices, made for one lifestyle. In many cases, the manufacturer itself steps aside. Independent ateliers, coach builders, and elite engineers take over the project in complete secrecy. No press releases, no public photos, no official acknowledgement. Because the client doesn't want recognition, they want privacy. These cars are not rebuilt in showrooms. They are transformed in private workshops, secure design studios, restricted access facilities, places where phones are banned. Employees sign lifelong confidentiality agreements. Even the car's VIN is sometimes hidden. Some projects take 12 months, 18 months, even several years. Time doesn't matter. Only the result does. You won't see these cars at auto shows. You won't find them on Instagram. And you won't hear their owners talk about them. Because at this level of wealth, luxury is no longer about being seen. It's about control, silence, ownership without explanation. These vehicles often move quietly between private estates, secure storage, controlled environments. They exist but never announce themselves. In the world of billionaires, the factory car is just a foundation. What comes next is a transformation that turns metal, leather, and engineering into something deeply personal. In the next part, we'll look at who orders these one-of-one vehicles and what kind of mindset demands a car that can never be replaced. Because when luxury becomes this private, it stops being about cars altogether. When people imagine billionaires, they think of excess. But the people who order one-of-one cars are not chasing attention, they are escaping it. By the time someone reaches this level of wealth, they have already owned everything. Supercars, yachts, private aircraft, multiple homes. The one thing they can't buy easily is uniqueness. And that's exactly what these vehicles represent. Most clients are never public figures. They are often industrialists, family office principals, quiet tech founders, private investors. They don't collect cars to display them. They commission cars to live inside them. For them, a vehicle is not transportation. It's a controlled environment. A space where no decisions are questioned, no compromises are made. To most people, a fully loaded Bentley or AMG already feels extreme. But to these buyers, a stock vehicle is still someone else's idea of luxury. Factory cars are designed for markets. One-of-one cars are designed for one mind. Every factory decision is re-evaluated. Seat position, cabin lighting, sound insulation, material feel. Nothing is accepted by default. There's a common myth that billionaires want speed. In reality, they want control. They value predictability, calm, power delivery, silence at high speed, zero drama. Many one-of-one clients are driven, not drivers, so the rear seat matters more than the engine. Privacy matters more than performance. This is luxury optimized for mental comfort, not adrenaline. These projects are deeply personal. Clients often work directly with lead designers, engineers, craftsmen. Some conversations last years. Details discussed include how the car should feel at night, the exact pressure of a door closing, The sound of air conditioning. This isn't customization, it's collaboration. Discretion is part of the product. Many clients require no photos, no press, no mention of the build. The car may never appear publicly, because true luxury, at this level, is not about being admired, it's about being undisturbed. One-of-one vehicles are not created for collectors. They are created for individuals who know exactly what they want and refuse to compromise. In the next part, we'll step inside the process itself and see how a factory car is stripped down and rebuilt into something entirely new. Every one-of-one vehicle begins the same way, not with design, not with materials, but with removal. Before anything new is added, almost everything that defines the factory car must be taken away. At this point, the vehicle stops being a product and starts becoming a project. The first stage is complete disassembly. Seats are removed, panels are lifted, electronics are disconnected. Even components that work perfectly are stripped out because the goal is not improvement. The goal is total control. At this stage, the car resembles something unfinished, rough, exposed, silent. For most people, this would look like destruction. For the builders, it's freedom. Once stripped, engineers reassess everything. They ask, does this suspension suit the owner's lifestyle? Is this engine mapping calm enough? Is the cabin insulated for true silence? In many builds, wiring looms are redesigned, control units are rewritten, sound profiles are adjusted. The car's behavior changes, not to be faster, but to feel effortless. Some transformations go deeper. Body panels are reshaped, doors are reinforced or lightened, roof structures are modified for acoustics. Nothing is rushed. Some panels take weeks to perfect. Every millimeter matters. This is not mass production. It's craftsmanship operating at an industrial level. Modern luxury cars are defined by software. In one-of-one builds, screens are recalibrated, interfaces simplified, driver aids tuned for smoothness. Even the way the car wakes up is adjusted. The experience is designed to feel calm, predictable, familiar, like stepping into a personal space, not a machine. Most of this work is never photographed. Workshops operate under silence, because revealing the process would reveal the client, and privacy is worth more than publicity. By the end of this stage, the car no longer belongs to the factory. Its identity has been erased. In the next part, we'll step into the most expensive phase of all, the interior, where materials, obsession, and craftsmanship turn this blank canvas into a living space. If the exterior defines presence, the interior defines ownership. This is where most one-of-one projects cross a line, from engineering into obsession, because at this level, the inside of the car matters more than anything else. This is not an interior. It's a private environment. Nothing inside a one-of-one car is standard. Materials are chosen not for cost, but for meaning. Some interiors use leather sourced from a single region, wood taken from one tree, metals brushed by hand, not machines. In many cases, once the build is complete, the remaining material is destroyed, not stored, not used, destroyed. So no second car can ever feel the same. The true cost of these interiors is time. Hand stitching can take thousands of hours. Panels are cut, recut, adjusted repeatedly. Craftsmen work slowly because speed creates mistakes. And mistakes are unacceptable when the car is being built for one person. One-of-one interiors are designed around how the owner feels. Designers ask questions like, do you prefer light or shadow? Silence or subtle sound? Firmness or softness? Lighting is tuned for different times of day. Seat comfort is adjusted for long, calm journeys. Even the smell of the cabin is considered. This is not automotive design, it's sensory architecture. True luxury is quiet. Many one-of-one interiors are engineered to cancel road noise, absorb vibration, reduce external awareness. Some cabins are quieter than private aircraft because silence creates control, and control creates comfort. Once finished, the design is archived or erased. No replicas, no repeats. The car becomes unrepeatable by design because this interior is not meant to inspire others. It's meant to serve one person. When the doors close, the outside world disappears. What remains is a space built around a single life. In the final part, we'll look at how performance and behavior are re-engineered to match this level of comfort. Because in a one-of-one car, how it moves matters just as much as how it feels. When people hear performance, they imagine speed. But for one-of-one cars, performance means something very different. It's not about how fast the car can go. It's about how effortlessly it moves. Because when everything else in life is already fast, the greatest luxury is calm. In these builds, engines are rarely pushed harder. Instead, they're refined. Throttle response is softened. Gear shifts are smoothed. Power delivery becomes linear. The goal is not excitement. The goal is confidence. A car that never surprises its owner. Suspension is often completely rebuilt. Not for racetracks, but for reality. Engineers turnen for imperfect roads, long journeys, fatigue reduction. The car glides instead of reacts. At speed, it feels heavy, not slow, but stable. That sense of weight creates security. Many one-of-one cars are designed to be enjoyed from the rear seat, so engineers focus on rear cabin smoothness, sound insulation, climate consistency. Acceleration is steady. Braking is progressive. Nothing interrupts the experience. Movement becomes background, not focus. At this level, luxury stops being about ownership. It becomes about environment control. A one-of-one car is a moving sanctuary, a private extension of the owner's world, a place where nothing demands attention. That's why these vehicles are so rare. They only make sense once everything else has already been achieved. For many owners, this is the end of the journey. They don't replace these cars. They keep them, because when something fits perfectly, there's nothing left to upgrade. Factory cars are built to impress millions. One-of-one cars are built to satisfy one. They don't follow trends. They don't seek approval. They exist quietly, just like the people who commission them. And that is what makes them truly priceless.